Hello everybody, and welcome back to Queer Doll Stuff. And today we are going to be looking at not one, not two, but 3 willows. So today I'm going to be checking out 3 willows with you today, and we're going to be comparing them and checking out some of their differences, because they're all just a little bit different from each other, and because they're all made from different years. So first up, we're going to check out our first edition willow. As you can see, this is the first edition willow. This is her face. As you can see, she has pretty small freckles, and she has feathered eyebrows, hazel eyes, she has pink lips, and she has pretty big white teeth. And she has a bunny headband, she has a hedgehog shirt, and she has a hedgehog. Wait, I think it's a hedgehog, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's a hedgehog. Yeah, she has like a hedgehog skirt, and then she has ladybug boots, which are made of a pretty thick material, and they don't come off very easily. You really have to pull to get them off. So they don't come off very easily. And I want to mention that because the boots on the more recent dolls do come off a lot more easily, but on the first editions they do not come off very easily. So now we're going to look at, now I'm going to show you the most recent doll. This one is the most recent Wellie Wisher that just came in the mail. This one is the newest edition. She has a leaf headband. She has the same feathered brows, but I believe her eyebrows are a little bit lighter in color. She has darker freckles, and they are bigger. She has smaller teeth. Let's see. I believe her eyes are a little bit bigger. And she has, let's see, her boots are a lot easier to get off. I can probably just pull them right off. Let's see, yep. See, I can just pull it right off without even struggling. See, I just pull it right off. Where with the other willow, I was kind of struggling to even yank it off. See, her boots come right off without any trouble. So that's something to notice, that her boots come off really easily. So that's something to notice, that with these are really hard to get on and off, because they have kind of a liner in them, where these do not, so they slip off a lot easier because they don't have a liner in them. So they slip off a lot easier than the boots to have the liner in them. So that's something to notice. And she has a leotard that is velvety, puffy sleeves, and she's got a skirt with some glittery stuff and some tulle and a yellow layer underneath. That is her outfit. And now we're going to look at this one here. Now this one here is one of the ones that does break. Now you might say, well, her leg isn't off. How do you know that she's one of the ones that does break? Well, this one did break, but my friend's husband actually glued her leg back on in a way where you cannot tell that she ever broke. So when I got her, I was like, yeah. So I can't really prove that she's one of the ones that breaks, but you guys take my word for it. This one is one of the ones that does break. But she is wearing an LOL surprise outfit, and she looks more like the first edition Willow, only she has let's see. Does she have big teeth or small teeth? Her teeth are even bigger than the first edition Willow. Okay, so she has really big teeth. She has bigger teeth than the first edition Willow. And she has... let's see, her freckles. Her freckles are bigger. Let's see. And her eyebrows are... I see, so her features are more like the newer doll. Only the newer doll has even bigger freckles. So the newer doll has even bigger freckles. But this doll has bigger teeth. She has really bright freckles. She has bright eyebrows. Because the first edition Willow's eyebrows are kind of like a darker color, and so are her freckles. Where this doll has bright orange eyebrows and bright orange freckles. And she has pierced ears. So these are kind of ones that could have pierced ears, could have the breaking issue. So that's interesting. So she has pierced ears. So that's interesting. But otherwise, you really have a hard time telling which ones are the breakable ones. It's really difficult to tell. Let's see. But the first edition ones, like I said, have the darker makeup. So you guys can tell they have really darker features. Like her makeup is really a lot darker compared to the other dolls, where it's like bright orange. It's like definitely bright orange on this one. And it's bright orange on this one. Let me hold her up to the light just to be safe here. Oh, wait. Okay, maybe not. Okay. Because her features actually seem a bit darker than... I'm trying to tell if there's like a huge difference where you could tell which one was which. But definitely the newer dolls have the bigger freckles. So for identification purposes, the newer dolls definitely have bigger freckles. And the first edition dolls have, I think, smaller eyes. Looks like the first edition dolls have smaller eyes. Or smaller eye sockets than these dolls do. Now I think that's how you can tell. The first edition dolls seem to have smaller eye sockets, and then these dolls the ones that break, tend to have the smaller freckles but the bigger eye sockets. So that's kind of how you can tell. And I think, see how that's kind of like, you can tell like this part of her is kind of, there's like a crack here. So you can kind of tell that way that she was broke at a point. But she's not so bad. She's glued back together, so she works fine. See, I can still pose her. She can still sit and she can still stand. See, she can still stand up, and she can still sit. So she's fine. So she's not like non-posable. So she's fine. She was glued back together, so she's absolutely fine. So you can't really tell. So I think some of them, when they do break, you can fix them. So that's interesting to note. And I love how her ears are pierced. I love that. So yeah. So those are the differences between the three willows I have. I have a first edition, I have one that does break, that was fixed, and I have a newer model. So these are all the different ones that they made. So I will see you guys next time. Bye now.